We're back. Dudes of Divination here. We just finished part 1. It was more of a character creation session 0. So for you people just joining us now, the heroes were contracted by Brennan, who is an old man of the town Kingsreach, and he instructed Cornelius and this ragged band of random people who showed up in the town that day to go save his beloved friend Ethris in the town of Astrape. It's rather far away. It's about 5 days travel, but I don't think they'll have a problem getting there with this crew. So without dragging you guys on too much, we're going to just jump right in. So sit back and let's get rolling. So day 1.
What is our
streamer watching us?
That's a good question. I'll have to check.
What is our surroundings currently?
I'm in the forest, mountains.
You are kind of in. The only person watching, I think, is me. We are in
Brady's
the
coming in and out.
Yeah. We are in the plains. Like this road is pretty much on plains, but I mean there's scattered, woods and things like that. I mean this is a very drawn out back pull of the map. So what you're going to encounter could be various things. So obviously those lakes are huge. The forest in the middle is just gigantic.
Imagine a mountain.
Yeah. No one. That's why Tepping doesn't ship directly to Lavienne. They go all the way around because that mountain pass is nearly impossible. You need crazy people to traverse that trail.
Someone can do it. The bird would probably do it.
The bird would probably do it. So you guys are on the coastal road, headed towards Astrape. And day 1, the road is, let's check, the road is clear.
I have an incredibly large pack that weighs me down a lot because I took all of my belongings with me.
You guys are noticing I use a quarterstaff as a walking stick, which is completely obnoxious because I clearly walk rather well.
I use a walking stick also. I don't walk super good, but I have a walking stick.
I don't know.
I'm definitely a very mobile person, but for some reason I'm not gonna have a walking stick.
Like Elfman from Fairy Tale.
All right. Nice.
I also would have brought along my Raven familiar, Crux.
Oh, you have a Raven familiar.
Sorry, it's a quarterstaff.
I have multiple familiars. This is Crux, everyone. Raven, you may already be acquainted. Crux died 200 years ago, but I call upon his services from that time period when I need him. I summoned my familiars by reaching backward in time and pulling them from the time in which they were alive.
Spell?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I like your spells. Can I use Speak with Animal with Crux?
Yeah, if you want to blow a level 1 spell. Talk to it. Not getting it here. Go on.
It seems important.
I'm just really curious what you were 200 years ago.
Tell me about the history.
Crux is, I figured, Crux could be our eyes in the sky, should we require it. I can see through him, through his eyes.
I like it.
I'm just
He's not
gonna
invisible. You can't see through him.
It's not
Right.
transparent.
I'm just gonna look
I would think it would be, though.
depressingly at his wings as I.
Don't worry, you'll get there someday.
Someday.
He
Because
understands.
Kenku's
Are flightless, yes.
their god took their wings away because they tried to plot against their god. And ever since then, they've wanted to reach the sky again.
Cool. Noble hero, where do you come from? What is your story? How noble and heroic are you?
First off, we can drop the noble act.
Where's your ship, Captain?
I've already introduced you though as noble hero. I've even attached captain as a title to your name.
Ricard.
He's not a captain. I'm sorry.
Oh, well. So we have to walk this road? You can't just go on our ship? Noble hero?
Could not
No
sail us
ship.
to our destination.
I feel like we can go on a different adventure.
Ignore everything that the gnome says about me. I was rather polite and came up
You
with
were.
a few inventive, charismatic words in order to gain entrance to the town, as I'm sure you all did as well.
Well, that is rather impolite, but we can let bygones be bygones. I trust you can handle yourself when it comes to felling these beasts or whatever it is that we may be going to fight. Fighting is not my strong suit, so I'm hoping to leave that to most of you.
Don't insult me. I don't have to hide behind cloaks and false words.
Good, you can stand in front of me.
Good. More shadows for me.
And in front of me as well.
You don't want to see what's under here.
There could be anything under there. Just like I told the constable.
Sergeant at Arms. It's not.
Sorry.
So day 1 travels on, and you make it to day 3, when you see that there is a tree felled across the road. It doesn't necessarily impede you as you... I mean, it may slow Cornelius down, being aged, but you are able to get, around, and you notice that the tree, in fact, was not naturally... It didn't fall naturally. Someone used device
Did you chop that tree
to
down?
chop the tree down.
You did have that pee break earlier.
I did not.
Okay.
He
Had I done so-
says painfully.
I just wanted to get the party down for those that are watching us for the first time and didn't see character creation. For people that don't know, Dwarf, Ganassi.
No, he's a human.
Human.
No, I put
I'm
it.
human
I'm a
shaped
gnome.
at the moment.
Gnome. Sorry, Gnome, Dwarf.
You don't really know my type, but I'm a human shaped right now. In the story. But
Okay.
So I haven't really introduced myself
You're
as
still
Ganassi yet.
short as
Yeah,
well.
I'm 5'2".
And I'm a 5-foot Kenku, and he's our tallest at what?
5'8"?
Oh,
Yes,
God.
Like a
5'8".
5'8".
Wow, giant.
Just for the viewers, this is the party that's walking down this road.
Can I make an investigation check? to
Of course.
see if perhaps I could find what had felled this tree. How about a 16?
Yeah, you see that
Or an
the
intelligence
it
check?
looks as if it was cut by axe and deliberately pushed. You see signs of it not entirely covering the road, and someone or someones went and pushed it across to keep entry, slow it down a little bit.
I'm gonna start looking around with perception.
I'm going to send Crux to the sky to take a look to see if
18.
she can see anything aerially.
Okay. You also see these footsteps. You see maybe the footsteps of 5 or so, and it obviously it's clear that whoever was doing this, came in from the woods that are surrounding this road, cut the tree, and went back into the woods.
So I'm gonna point at the ground. And then point at the woods.
Do we see multiple footsteps then?
Yeah, you'd see about 5 different pairs. Once you get into the woods, it's pretty much impossible to deter which direction, but you can tell this was deliberately laying in the path.
Assuming we go into the woods, can we use a survival at that tribe's survival at that point?
Yeah. You
Before I
Are
go
we
into the
going
woods,
into the
I would
woods?
want
I
to concentrate on Crux's vision and see if she could see anybody above the trees.
You are about halfway through your journey, so in the crow's eyes, you see the distance between, as far if you look far back, you might be able to see King's Reach, and if you look down the road, you might be able to see a town. I mean, besides like people like moving around, you're like kind of in the middle of a lot of like a big wood, and then towards the town, it kind of breaks, and on the left side of the road is only wooded. Then it kind of breaks up to the right.
So no signs of life.
I mean, it's pretty thick wood, and from a crow's eye, it might be a little difficult.
Sure. Okay.
I mean, you may see deer, things roaming around.
Yeah, I'm just yeah.
I
Anything
assume
that I
you
could
look for-
identify as a person.
Yeah, a person's
or
no.
humanoid of some sort, creature, anything like that. Anything
No
out of the
persons, no.
ordinary. Okay. I'll leave her up in the air for now.
I don't want to go in the woods, people.
It would seem as though this tree was felled as a deterrent. Seems likely that an ambush would follow. But we've not been ambushed.
Therefore, we are wasting our time. Standing here waiting to be ambushed.
I agree. When you put it that way,
Let us move past.
my pack becomes lighter.
It's quite possible that the enemies of Astrape or Ethris cut down this tree if they had known about the letter that you received, that reinforcements might be coming to aid them.
This is
And we
true.
may see other trees down like this along the road in order to slow any form of wagon or large reinforcement.
Well, luckily for us, we are a small reinforcement and without wagon.
Lucky us.
Lucky us. I just realized what I said.
So I'm going to make my way around or over the tree, whichever.
Yeah,
is easiest.
I've already clambered over it.
Yeah, you have no difficulty. Again,
Pick it up.
it's clear that the tree was moved in front of the path, and you all surmise that Ricard may or may not be right in that it's to slow someone down.
Let's keep going.
So you continue on until you are about a day away. The next day, the fourth day, goes on without too much of an issue. And it is the night of the fourth day, and you are all sitting, I assume, probably around a fire in some sort of clearing, and just swapping stories. And you hear something out in the woods. You hear something definitely moving out in the woods. So this
Quickly, I would rush to the barbarian's side.
I pull out one hand axe,
What do
and I turn my attention towards the direction of the source.
Okay.
I'm gonna go hide behind him / next to him.
Where do I hear this?
It's in the woods, so it'd be you're on the right side of the road or the south side of the road. So this would be on the north side.
Okay, so we're not exactly in the woods, we're just close to it.
Yeah, you're in the clearing, like to the south of. You found a clearing to camp.
I'm going to slink off away from the fire into the dark area. Pull my hood over to my head and just kind of like
Wait.
get closer to the ground and try to stealth there.
I'm gonna look around and then go to his side.
To the noble hero.
To the noble hero.
I mean, just the hero.
Just the hero.
Just for card, not captain.
Right.
If that's good enough to try to hide in the darkness, I'm going to try to stealth for 21 in the darkness.
I will draw my bow and file in rank accordingly and ask who goes there.
Assuming none of you have spoken up until this point, you hear like the rustling of leaves and like dry branches, and you hear it, something, whatever it was, running off.
Away?
Running away, yes. Running deeper into the woods, farther away from you.
Oh, thank God it left.
It was either an animal or a coward.
We must be on guard, though it may return.
I will take watch
I like sleep.
first.
My old bones require rest.
I'll take second shift.
So,
Shifts.
yeah, 2 shifts, is that all? No one else is stepping up to the...
What happens if you don't sleep?
You get...
As you didn't do anything.
If you do it enough times, you eventually get... I'm looking at my thing here. You get like... Oh, where's the thing? It's just negative effects, essentially. You just
So if I
get...
don't sleep for one night, is that a big deal then? I said enough times, so what happens if I don't sleep one night?
I assume you just probably get disadvantage to
Concentration.
Don't want that.
Something like
a
that.
few things.
I could have Crux take a watch and she could crow should someone approach.
Does she act on her own?
Yeah, if she was startled, she would probably yell.
There's no index?
I don't know that she has the. Yeah, there is an index. It's like the last 2 or 3 pages. I don't know that she has like the mental capability to actually like wake up. There's an intruder. But like if somebody was to come by,
We can build a bigger flame, it'll scare them off.
unless they're smart.
Hey. Building a big enough flame, nobody's coming near.
That's not true, I feel.
It's always worked for me.
I'm in agreement with the barbarian. It may have, in fact, been the fire that attracted the beast or creature.
You all get your rest.
Oh, Spocken, take watch too. I was thinking if I wanted to pursue.
Yeah.
I guess I'll wake up a little early.
Alright, Max.
Well, now that that's settled,
The noble
2,
hero will...
3, 4.
The noble over here will wake you after his shift.
hero.
Adventurer.
Yeah, the night passes by without issue. Maybe on Nick's watch again, you hear something moving, but definitely farther away from you. Nothing like coming towards you, but maybe like circling your camp. And with the last day, you are able to make it to the Strape, and you see the town in the distance. There's woods on the left side and lots of wheat and farm fields up ahead. And then you see like a sharp cliff face with more buildings up on top in the distance.
So a strape is 2 levels.
Kind of, yes.
Okay.
But directly in front of you, you see another felled tree. And this time you see 2 men in front of it, and they kind of like hold their hand up and shout to you, "Business!"
Do they look as if they belong to a guard?
They look like 2 men.
I mean, do they have any
I mean,
tells of an association with...
go ahead and roll. You're about 150 feet away.
What would that be?
Just a perception check, just to see if you see any like distinguishable things.
11 from 100 feet away.
You see like
I have a 13. Also looking.
okay. You see they wear kind of like the same type of clothing. I mean, it's like a cloak with just like studded leather, and one of them has like a spear, and the other has like some sort of weapon at their belt.
Okay.
The one holding his hand out has a spear, and he says, "Your business."
So, assuming I'm in front, I'm going to turn to the party and... So, am I to be the one to talk to these 2 fools?
We may wish to conceal our true motive here in case these are not the allies of Ethris. Why not just play the role of adventurers?
I know it did say men and beast.
Adventurer is smart. I like his plan. I will retreat to the rear.
Guess it's up to you, noble. I don't
I'll
think...
walk over with you. Just for my presence.
Very well,
I don't
I'll take
think
my
my
fellow
method is for this.
Humi up with me.
As you start walking forward, he reiterates again with spear. He says, "Stop your business," and you see like some movement from behind the log.
That's a sharp object.
I'm going to look at you because I walk with you a bit. Yeah, business. In the way he said it.
We are but weary travelers and adventurers seeking to stop in this town to resupply and gain rest.
The Straight don't want your kind. Get out of here. And I'll start making like hand gestures like this.
Just because we're all cloaked?
I mean, he do a 3 cloaked figure.
Is everyone who's wearing their hood?
Is it?
No.
Ricard, perhaps this letter addressed to me from Ethris. I'll pass it up the ranks.
We do not know if they're the allies of Ethris.
If not,
How do we
we shall
know?
handle that then.
Mm-hmm. I'm just giving it to you because I have a forged letter from him from Ethris saying that she wants me to come visit her, that I'm her friend. So
If you don't make any actions quickly,
What
then I have.
would, what would be the
Yeah,
knowledge
you
check
can
to
have
see
the
if these are
letter.
people of a strait?
You being from a complete different area, you wouldn't know. The only person who I'd say might know would be you if you have knowledge local proficient.
there is no such thing.
Or, well, whatever the
Knowledge history?
knowledge history, sure. Or
There is
history
no
check.
local.
I have history.
Yeah, you might know a little
Yeah,
bit of
no,
the
history.
markings of them.
How about a 24?
Oh, yeah, you can tell that you're a little foggy on the history of a Strape as far as like their military or town watch uniforms, but it seems strange that a town like a Strape, being a coastal village, non-political, would have a felled tree and guards posted at its entrance. It seems you don't remember reading anything like that in the town's history.
Okay, so knowing that, I'll walk up, I'll give the letter to Ricard and say, these don't appear to be town guards, but it may give us a bit of an opening.
Your point?
Seems a little more finesse than just drawing weapons and attacking. Your call.
What's the surroundings?
To your left, it's thick wood. It's like starting to rise on a hill, and the road goes in, and then on the right, it's more clearing, more plains and things like that. So, I mean, you could go around, but they'll obviously see you. They have clear sight of you.
Doing our best, and I was like, if I made it look like I was leading because they said so, and then dipped off and tried to hide in like the brush or something.
Yeah, I mean, like, you could, if you go back far enough, you can go cut into the woods to the north and try to go around. That'd be
Oh no, I was trying to do it quick.
Well,
Whatever.
no, I mean, like, you could take, like, an hour, go back, and, like, loop all the way around. It's not like it would be difficult. As far as, like, the road goes, there's not really, like, anywhere.
No, nothing like that. I was just trying to put myself in a advantageous scenario if this turns into a fight.
What color are you guys' cloaks?
Black.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm just going with brown, I guess.
Well, I have a color that is like mixed with that. Like dark brown.
Right on.
I changed after I
It's
met
like
you.
black, but not black. It's brown, but darker than that.
My role.
I changed after I met you.
The regular Liberace.
I have no robe I wear enough to conceal my legs, be it below my waist, and enough to hold my weapons.
Okay, so I got the letter. It's my move. I take it unless you were gonna do something.
Well, I didn't hear him speaking.
He spoke up and get a letter.
Yeah.
No, when he whispered to him that I don't think these are the people they say they are, or imply. So, go
You
ahead.
just give him the letter.
Yeah, I got an idea. Okay. Well, sorry to be an inconvenience, but on our way up the road, we passed by a messenger who met ill fate on the road, and he had this paper on him, and we wondered if we might return it to you here at A strafe.
You can see him kind of like lean back, and he's kind of talking. He goes first. He kind of leans first. You can leave it on the road. I'll come pick it up.
Can I do an insight on that whole thing to see if that was suspicious?
The downed log.
No,
The
just
talking.
what he just did. The talking, the whole lean back, and the... leaving on
You
the
can
road.
tell he's like leaning back to like talk to someone.
Yeah,
Maybe
maybe an
get-
insight to see if that was suspicious.
To tell how
Okay,
many
sure.
are back there.
10.
Suspicious as in like that.
Well, let's get him out of here, you know? Maybe if I caught a hint of something.
Yeah,
Conversation.
he's definitely trying to get rid of you. He doesn't want you to come
No
in
killer
too.
intent so far.
Although, as adventurers, you could send us for a very minimal fee to deliver this message for you to the intended town.
You can tell he's kind of getting annoyed with this banter, and he's like his spear is like just slowly like kind of like falling forward as you're talking, and so it's about like pointed towards you. Listen here, friend. Turn around. The strape don't want you.
Are you guard of the strape?
Sure, guard.
I'm gonna do an insight.
Are you a citizen of the strape?
What'd you roll?
7 plus 6.
13.
13 to his questions about, if he's a guard or something.
9.
It's sort of a mess because I'm just rolling it all.
He doesn't. You would see the smugness in his tone when he claims to be a guard.
I'm going to scream out in my pro voice, liar!
That guy's a liar.
You know, I'm somewhat of a guard. King's Reach. Same team.
Am I within 60 feet of him?
Of who?
Of the guard.
You guys are about 100 feet away, 150 feet away, I think I said.
Let's get closer.
Oh, I didn't realize we were yelling.
Yeah, you guys are like shouting back and forth, and he's getting annoyed. He's like, just leave your stuff, get out of here.
Let's find out what I find out.
Yeah.
I got a liar.
Yeah.
Guys, we should get closer.
He's now like done talking. He's like, just go!
Yeah.
I'm
I don't-
getting agitated, and
I don't know. If
the veins are going in my neck,
Proper to me.
holding back a temper. But I shout to him, I need you to move out of my way. Intimidate. Ooh, I only got a 10. He's not afraid of short people.
Yeah, he just kind of laughs. Dwarvish fervor. while this is all going on, you see this man kind of leap up onto the log that's felled, and he just in a really booming voice, he says, "What is the meaning of this?"
From behind us.
From behind the guy who's stopping you.
So a guy stopping this log, jumps up on the log.
Jumps up on the log and says, "What is the meaning of this?"
Speaking to us or speaking to...
To the whole situation.
He's still 100 feet away.
I'm gonna scream again. Liars!
Great, another one. Who are you now? Ugh.
You see him talking down. It's obvious he's talking down to some people behind the log, and the person in front. You 5 on your way. Get through town. Let's go.
So we just go to town.
Yeah, it's clear he just kind of threw this guy away and just is telling you to go.
Fine.
And I'm gonna walk up that way.
Yeah, the guard in question who had stopped you, he's being chastised by this guy. You can hear him just getting yelled at from this big booming voice, and you can't really hear what he's saying because it's just more growls and just hateful language. But when you start passing the log, you see that there were 2 men with light crossbows, who were behind the log, ready to do their business if needed.
Is he still up on the log?
No, he's down talking about
Talking.
chess.
That's weird.
That is weird.
And then, as if I was never angry at all, thank you for the passage.
He like gives you like a wave and
Like,
continues.
just keep going.
Yeah. And which brings you into the entrance of a strape, which you are coming from this way.
I'm still holding my bomb.
Correct.
Just
Yes.
ready.
Yep. It's not all. It's 2 maps. I'm just giving you each a copy.
And we're coming in.
You come in, and on the left side, you see again the forest goes out to the left. There's a rock bulwark in front of you. To your right are lots of golden wheat and grain. It's taller than all of you, obviously, and you see a few roads going intertwined. Along the road, like straight ahead of you, is a rather large inn, which reads the Sleeping Sheep.
This building here, or
It's the one right at the crossroads.
oh,
Sounds nice. Nice wool blanket on a cold night.
I mean, it is summer.
Now, when we get into town,
Someone can be cold.
now, when we get into town, do we see
Old.
more
Have you ever
people?
seen old people? They're always cold.
Do we see more people like the people that were heckling us?
No, once you get into town, you just see kind of the bustling of farmers. Not too many people are actually coming up and down this road. Once you get more towards the Sleeping Sheep, it's definitely busier. There's a lot of people like going to the trading and going about their business. They actually look at you kind of in like a fearful wonder. It's clear they don't get too many visitors here. And especially with 3 black cloak, a huge dwarf, and an old man, they're kind of just like... and then go about
I'll keep them in line.
Look back.
Except him.
By the way, I go and stand next to you because you said you're cold and warm the temperature around us.
Oh. How nice.
I'm gonna walk up to just some random people, like a group. I'm gonna take my hood off.
Oh, they'll run in fear. These normal like humans like just run away
Maxwell,
from you.
leave
I give a
them,
good old belly laugh.
leave them be, please. Let's just
Like they
get this over with and return.
like you clear the street. Like if there were maybe 20 people in the street like going around their business, people are running to their homes, running like away from you.
Good thing I didn't do that.
I'm just gonna turn. But magic necklace.
Maxwell, we'll have to speak more of said magic necklace. This is the second time that you've said it. I wasn't sure if you were just rambling the first time.
I pull out my notebook. Exiled. Need magic necklace back. Then I put my notebook back.
Okay.
How do you spell the town we're in?
EST.
It's like escape with a T.
If you ever took a glance at my notebook whenever I opened it, you'll notice I have certain set phrases written down there to read off of.
Oh, okay.
in response to everyone kind of running from us and stuff, I'll take off my cloak and just like throw it over the shoulder or something.
There is some normalcy in this group.
I'm gonna put my hood back on because apparently I'm scary. Scarier with the.
Both of these are good tactics.
Well, I'm glad the first building of note is the inn. I could use a drink.
The innkeeper actually will step out. She's a middle-aged human, and she like has like a rolling pin, and she's like, "Don't see too many travelers around here. What are you doing?" And she points her rolling pin at you.
Exactly that. We're traveling. And, I'd pay you for something to drink.
Coins.
Have you any dwarves among your number?
The town, you would imagine, is probably maybe like 1% dwarf, so they would be pretty few, far between. You'd assume
One or two, I guess.
maybe the blacksmith and the hardier role, the stereotypical dwarf role.
Yeah.
But she kind of fills you in on that information, the demographic, if you will.
I just have a trait where dwarves will always room and board me for free.
Oh, she's
Because I am a clan craftsman.
If it were my home.
She sets you up in the corner table away from any eyesight.
I see you
And
noticed.
she says, "If you need anything, send this normal-looking one. I'll get you what you need."
Should we show her the letter?
Maybe we shouldn't raise alarm. They do seem to be on guard, but not in full war alert mode.
Perhaps they would be less on guard if they realized we were only here to help.
They may assume opposite and assume that we are the trouble.
That is a risk as well.
You should ask him about a beautiful young woman. Might be looking for some.
Half-elf woman.
No, don't get too specific. Don't need him half elf.
If you have forgotten, we're here to seek a specific.
She'll come along.
We'll make our way through all the beautiful young women.
We'll find her eventually.
We'll plow our way through these fields.
Wait, you're who we're looking for. It's been 2 years.
Question.
Found you.
I did the original one for shits and giggles because it was funny and seemed to work out. How does making forgeries and duplicates actually work? Because I get advantage on those.
So I'd have to look it up, but it's just you would have to take some time. You'd roll a craft check or whatever that.
There's no crap, that's why.
It'd probably be a performance
Or
check
deception.
or deception. I mean, again, I'd have to double check. I don't know your character very well, apparently, as far as your special skills and techniques. But she'll bring you back your food, and she'll kind of wearily kind of lean over and be like, "So, you just passing through, or what are we expecting here?"
You're in the presence of a noble hero.
I think he's looking for women.
Yes, noble. And
And heroic. Don't sell
Very
yourself
handsome,
short.
and I am here seeking a person you may know by the name of Ethris.
She will check to see if you're pure and telling the
Did
truth.
I roll something?
Sure. Go ahead and roll a. I don't have a sheet in front of me.
Yeah,
persuasion probably. That sounds good.
It's not mine.
7.
Intimidation.
I got it. Give her up.
Tell us what we want to know, please.
Tell us what we want to know.
What do you know about Ethris? Why do you want to know about her? She ain't done nothing wrong.
No, but she does seem to seek our assistance, and we'll show her the letter.
Okay, I was gonna say whoever the note I was gonna poke that person.
When you raise your hand, I want to try to push it down before you show it to her.
Sleight of
Okay.
hand then?
I mean, if you're trying to fight against
I'm not doing this
Can I
very,
use a
I'm
skill
not doing
and
this very
not
fast.
It'd just be Dex.
I'm not trying to do this very fast. Though.
Never mind.
I'm gonna slide a hand. Okay, if you,
Was that
if
one?
you
Just
pass,
say
I was gonna
something.
slide a hand in from you.
I'm not doing this with great haste. Just say something.
We so I'll cut you off then.
Yeah.
We know a friend of hers, and he asked us to escort her back.
Ethris ain't been around here. You might as well head back to your friend and tell him the news.
I tell her which friend? Brennan?
Brennan.
Does he have Sir Brennan? Or?
Brennan Carroll is his full name.
Brennan Carroll sent us to escort her so they could have a happy reunion, seeing as they haven't seen each other in ages.
Bit of a roll in the hay.
He would hope.
Only a
Persuasion check.
Does that count as providing aid?
Yes, if you can roll a 10 in that skill, you can provide.
13.
You're aided.
6. Well, plus aid, whatever that gains.
I don't think Ethris is rolling with anyone in the hay. Besides, she hasn't been around here for some time.
Do you know where we could find her?
She hasn't been around here for some time.
Can I do an insight on that for 22?
She doesn't. I mean, this is a fairly small town. I mean, you'd imagine it's probably smaller than Kingsreach, and you would assume people would know where everyone else is in the town at busybodies, especially in the inn. And if she says she doesn't know where it is, then she probably is not sure.
Is this inn busy?
I mean, being it early in the morning, not so much, and you guys are in a secluded area.
Yeah.
This is a strape, and is this like a small part of a strape? Or
Nope, this is the whole of a strape. Nice and small.
Okay.
So I don't think she's not showing any signs of uncharacteristic
No,
to what she's been so far.
she wouldn't know exactly where, or she wouldn't be like uncharacteristically.
Did you last see Ethris before the roving men and beasts? Or after?
Beasts? Well, to be honest, we've had a lack of beasts. We've had nothing but deer around here for I don't know how long. For the last couple weeks, just deer. Which
Okay, well, what of the blockade in the front of the town?
I can't talk too much about that. It's clear she's biting her tongue.
Perhaps you could get something out of her.
Sorry for being so rude. Perhaps we can all order something?
She already brought you like drinks.
Oh, okay.
I finished mine already.
I finished mine before you.
Can you drink?
We do need more drinks,
or
though.
will you get extinguished?
I ordered the hot ale.
Hot
This
coffee
is
for
bad
you.
news, running into a dead end like this. Perhaps, though, we might be persuaded by good news, anything leading to her to buy another round.
What?
Any friends, associates, places she hung out around here?
You can check out her place. I mean, it's just at the end of the road there, and she'll give you the location of her address.
Where would that be?
It would be that little one. It's one of the small houses in the corner here. It's one of these like small ones on the end of the road here.
Is she missing? Are people looking for her? Or she's just not been seen around here and they assume that she left town?
Ethris is kind of strange. She kind of goes and comes and does as she pleases.
So no suspicion would be raised with us rummaging through her belongings in her home.
Well, I mean, that isn't exactly...
Let me rephrase. No suspicion would be raised with 5 strangers walking into her home. What we're doing inside of there is unimportant.
Why would you tell her that?
It seems obvious that this barmaid knows little.
I mean, you might catch a few eyes. It's odd to have strangers such as yourselves going into random people's houses.
I'm taking that note from you. And
I didn't actually grab it. I just cut him off.
Okay, I'm gonna grab that note from you.
Perhaps you should try one last-ditch effort
No.
to persuade her to give us
I throw at her.
information.
I don't think she has any information.
What of the guards in the front of the town?
We'll address
I
that
light
here
it
in
on
a
fire.
second. Thank you very much. We will...
You light this
I
on
light it
fire?
on fire. Before, like as she's grabbing it, she sees it go.
Can I try to slide a hand from his fire?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
17 plus 6, 23.
What would it be for me? Sleight of hand again? Or?
Man, you're
spell
right.
crafting to see if
Yeah, I get intelligence.
whatever's
Yeah, intelligence for me.
okay.
I would get it 7.
All right, so you're able to get it, but it burns a little bit. So
Okay.
you lose a little bit of chunk of it, but you're able to save it.
I'm going to get up, and I'm going to put the quarterstaff to your neck. Not again.
Well,
Put
do
it
you
back.
want-
And then I'm going to walk in front of her,
In
pull her to
between.
the side a bit, and give her the note.
She's like kind of like freaked out.
Ask her again about the barricade.
Okay. Can I try and disarm the situation?
What she thinks about the notes?
What would it be to calm her down?
Persuasion.
Persuasion again?
Intimidation?
Can I roll for that again?
Athletics. Check out the abundance.
17.
Noble pipes.
What are you saying with your persuasion?
I am sorry for my friend's abrupt behavior. It has been a long travel here. We will have another round and go about our time here quietly. So sorry to
Okay,
be
you have 3
a
on your own
disturbance.
grounds.
I will take
Okay.
the note back. I'm sorry. There's no need
I
for
chop
you.
your hand!
No need for you to have gone through that. I am so sorry for our rudeness.
Okay. Sorry. Just...
I leave. Literally, I walk away.
Okay.
I want to calmly address. I noticed your attitude changed when the barricade was brought up. What's the purpose of that?
She kind of like leans in. Can't really talk about it.
Is that because you have a part in it, or
No.
afraid?
It's already said too much. I gotta get back to the bar.
I could help.
You
She kind of stops. Like,
You will not. Please, just have a seat and let's talk amongst ourselves.
I don't move as he says that. I just stay on her.
Persuasion?
I don't think you can persuade. He seems pretty set in his ways. What would you do? She's very hushed in her tone, and it's clear she's like looking over her shoulders.
That depends how they affect you badly.
They just rolled in about a week ago. Bad news. There's a
Are we
bunch
the
of-
only patrons here right now?
Yeah, I mean, in ear's reach. She has you in like a nice little cove, and she like
She's talking quiet.
she's talking really quietly towards you, and she might even like pull like a drape or something
Okay.
to like hide you, and she's just really hushed and cautious at what she's saying.
I'm gonna do a perception check just in case, because I hear that something's about to be said.
Sure.
15, and that's what, wisdom?
Yeah.
Yeah. So 15.
From what you can tell, she's speaking the truth.
Okay.
Um.
But it's more for like overhearing people.
Oh, as far as anyone else who's in there is either not listening or busy with
I'm
something
just
else.
checking.
Yeah.
Yep.
You said there's a lot. Do you have a number?
I
Enough to move a tree. I know.
I don't have a number, but they
Forgery is indulgence.
definitely they're taking our money. They're demanding we pay them for protection from what I don't know, but bad news.
What of the big one?
Yeah, he's not the one who comes into town, but he goes to all the spots around town, and I think he might be the leader.
Thank you. I'm gonna.
Please, don't tell them I asked you to do this.
Absolutely not.
Completely secret.
I'm gonna go back to my group.
Thank you.
You're safe with me.
She's definitely appreciative, and she might even bring you an extra round of whatever it is you're drinking to sweeten the deal. So, Kenku, Maxwell, where do you run off to?
I just went off to the bar,
Oh, okay.
and I'm sitting there just like, because I don't understand why they're being so secretive about the note. Like,
Okay.
He's irritated.
Yeah. You probably would have like overheard their hushed tones because I assume you're pretty good at doing those type of things.
Perception's a 4.
Yeah. So you would have heard their conversation.
Back to my barbarian tone. Max! Come on over and share this round with us.
Did forget drinks. So I'll get up and walk over.
So, those strangers we met on the road aren't from here, and they're causing trouble for the people that do live here. I know it's not our main priority, but it seems we're at a dead end for that.
Well, it seems that Athos may have known about them perhaps before they overtook the town. Maybe the reason that Athos has not been seen is because she knew too much.
5 days travel letter came.
Dead.
We're taken captive, removed from here.
Let's go see what we can find. That's our residence.
Seems we have two objectives actually. One being her residence, which I think we should search at night, and should send 2 of our more stealthy and more investigative members to look for any clues as to what happened to her. And second objective, to find 2 or 3 of our other members to follow the guards and, well, as they claim themselves to be guards, and get actual first-hand intel on them for ourselves.
See what they're up to.
I agree on the objectives in a different manner. We still have that letter with her signature. Going into her house should not be a problem if it's not an entire group.
But if they consider a problem and they see people, a suspicious group, walking around her house, they may assume poorly of us.
I will head to the home. The letter is addressed to me after all. I have a bit of investigative skill.
Either I or Birdman'll. I or Max can accompany you. They're afraid of him, and it's me.
I think your
I go with.
force may be needed when confronting the unwelcome guard.
Why not Oruka?
And them, we should try to pick off if we can. I may be strong, but numbers do matter.
We're talking about when you say picking off. I'm assuming you're talking killing.
They can surrender if they're cowards.
I get real peaked at when you say killing.
Bloodshed is not something I'm most comfortable with. I would like to find a way around that, if necessary.
Subtlety, barbarian. Subtlety.
You haven't seen me unsubtle yet.
We haven't seen them unsubtle yet either, and we have no idea how many of them there are.
Well, they were hiding behind a tree. I fear them not. However, I will handle this with the delicacy that you wish to. For I cannot take on
Rickard
10
and
men.
Maxwell, you can make a perception check.
I'd like to go see the town.
Passive is 12.
Talk to more people.
Inside.
24.
14.
Oh, Max.
Okay. You would feel, you would see and feel the like your drink, and you would kind of like feel it that something it like it's like on a pond ripples, and you just feel kind of something kind of like moving.
So like
you wouldn't.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm just
So,
It's not noticeable.
so the drink, just the drink is rippling.
Like you notice
Something
like
wrong.
the drink rippling. Like all the drinks, they're just like there's something like shaking.
Just our drinks?
Well, that's all that I would assume you see. But you also feel it in like your feet, like you feel like very minimal movement.
I'm gonna put my drink down. Get on guard! And I'm gonna get up and go to see what's outside the front door.
You
I get up with him.
Jump up.
Woman, behind the bar.
Oh, so skirt behind.
I don't appreciate being called a woman.
And I will retreat again.
Hi, Cornelius, behind you.
I'm just staring like,
Outside the crowd of people, like you burst out of, I assume, the front door.
I was like open it to see.
I put fast.
So you guys are like pushing out the front door. The crowd of people who had gone back to their daily business see you burst out, see who it is, and like, but they're looking out for you now, and they see you like burst out. And you cause another panic outside.
Subtlety.
So there was a group of them.
There was it's that wasn't what was causing. You determined like them walking around wouldn't cause the inn to like shake.
I'm gonna be
still
looking around for whatever he said get on guard for.
I'm still there. Can I make an investigation check?
You already made a perception check.
So can I make this wisdom to...
You wouldn't notice. You don't have unless you have a perception as a class skill, which I don't think.
I did not.
I just did those two because I'm pretty sure they do or thought they did.
I think everyone does. It's just a matter of.
Well,
I don't have a
advantage.
I don't have a proficiency in it, but I have a +4 because I have 18 wisdom.
You wouldn't have been able to roll, but one of you would. You found out. Doesn't matter how.
I'm looking around. I'm just.
But yeah, now whatever it was is not outside the inn.
So you looked outside, I look inside. Do I see anything?
Whatever it is not like around. You can scour this whole place. I'm going to save you a little bit of time. It's not
strange. I was
What are we hiding from, madam? I'm not sure.
Tell me if you see it.
You tell me if you see it.
I don't plan on looking.
I'm going around drinking people's beer.
Just like this.
Cordius, back up from underneath the bar.
Are you sure? It's all safe.
I knock open the door again.
Are the drinks
There's nothing else there.
still?
Oh.
Every once in a while, you see like them shake, and like you go look, and there's still
How
nothing.
about the other patrons' drinks?
Yeah, everyone's in this area is like people don't notice it.
I mean, I
I
would.
was drinking.
The second time it happens, I would start pointing out to
Yeah.
everybody their drinks rippling.
Yeah, and people might see it, but like the normal people coming in for like a midday drink or whatever, they wouldn't notice or see. They'd be like, what are you talking about?
You know what could cause that? Heavy trees falling down.
Be a good. Would you know? You'd cut trees a lot?
What is with you and me cutting down trees? So what if I cut down trees?
They're so inconvenient.
As long as I don't cut down robed men.
He carries 3 axes. I think it is a safe bet that he has felled a few trees.
You're right.
What time of day is it now?
After all the commotion you've now spread, it's probably about midday, and people are like warily coming in, making sure nothing's going on, and like going away from you to order their food if they so choose.
I kind of feel like messing with them, but I don't want to derail this more.
Alright. Well, I will tell the party that I am going into town and they may accompany me if they wish.
I like talking to people. I'll go with you.
Going to meet an old friend? Or
Investigating?
where are you going?
Looking for women?
I will investigate, yes.
Yeah, let us
Investigate the
investigate
bottom of
the
this ale
village.
barrel.
Are you staying?
No.
No? Okay. We're going out, it seems.
Well, let's not part too long.
So it's you and I then.
Just me and you? You, or I thought...
No, I'm with you.
following.
Alright.
I'm following you because you're going to investigate the house.
Oh. Yeah, I'm with you.
Raise your hand if you're leaving the inn. There we go.
As you walk out of the
something
inn, I
wrong
say,
with the noise?
don't hit your head on the way out.
Ha 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 ha.
Let's go then, Maxwell.
Don't let people step on you out on the street.
Once we start getting closer to her house, and I see that I can like pick off a side house or something to go behind,
Sure.
I will want to stealth off behind. That way I can like stealth behind. I don't know if the layout would allow for it,
Yeah.
but like stealth behind a building and hide there.
I'm in the shadows on that wall there.
Okay.
So like let's say her house is here, and there's a house here. I would
Yeah.
want to slink around and get a nice little advantage point.
She's definitely at the end of a road. If you look on the map, she's the one right here.
Is her home like big
Right.
in comparison to the
Right
others?
there.
or-
Oh, okay.
So she's off by
So you can,
herself.
like,
And
scour the wall.
it's definitely bigger. It's clear she's been here
Okay.
for a while.
So once we be coming this way.
Yeah.
We were at the inn.
You were at the end, so yeah.
So once we get over here, I will branch off here and kind of sneak around
Sure.
this way.
Sorry, I just want to play with this here first. Just a second.
For my stealth is
That's fine. We'll look something up anyway.
What about that big beak over there? No one knows you.
I mean, I'm obviously hiding in darkness, but you know, using that little house there as a.
Well, we're getting word our audio is not so good. Again, first thing, sorry to derail us, but hopefully this helps with the audio. I turned the gain down and turned the volume down.
We'll play with it.
We'll figure it out for next time, don't worry.
The only way to go is up.
Alright, so yeah, you're going around.
Yep.
And you looking at the house.
Better.
Okay, well, I fixed it. Yay, round of applause for Ian. Yay.
Stop it!
Level for all.
And make a perception check as you get closer.
Is that for everyone, or
Just he's the only one sneaking around, right?
Yep.
7.
I'm walking straight up.
I'm not
Okay,
going
well
out.
for him,
I'm in the vicinity as well. If there's something to
he's
be
like
seen.
walking around, so he's like going like up these. Well, versus if you're going like straight up the road,
He's going up the cliffside.
kind of. He's like going like the back roads.
Okay.
The back path. You with that roll, you wouldn't necessarily. You can tell it's a larger building. It's nicely made. You can tell whoever's been here has been here a while because it's not in bad repair. It's well kept. Whoever has the funds to do it or the time. That's pretty much all you can figure out. You might be able to identify some like elvish designs, but besides that, nothing that would pop out to you. The rest of you would walk up to the door and you'd see, maybe a small mailbox in front, a couple letters in there, and a big, like, half oval door in front of you with,
All doors are gonna be big for us.
well,
Yeah.
not everyone, but
I'll go ahead and try to open it.
right. As you click it, it's locked, and it has a knocker, and you can knock if you
I will.
want.
Yeah, I'll try to knock. I'm not expecting much, but I'll give it a try.
You hear silence.
I go to the nearest window and start looking in.
Okay.
is anyone?
I'm just standing against the outside wall.
Okay.
Is
I
anyone
didn't
watching
go to
us?
the door. I just went straight to the window.
Yeah, straight to the window.
Is anyone watching us?
I mean, this is like late afternoon, right? Or is this right at lunchtime?
I think you said
Low
late
afternoon,
afternoon.
probably.
Okay. I mean,
'Cause we ate.
people like glance at you, maybe like gossipingly, like who's that, and then just continue on. No one's like watching you. But you see, it just looks like a normal house. You do see like some things are quickly moved. Like you can tell there's like a chair out of place. You know, maybe some clothes or belongings like kind of strewn about. It looks not exactly the tidiest of homes.
Okay.
Stealth or sleight of hand to grab her mail with no one while no one's looking.
No one's really like standing there like watching you. It's just if they're walking by, they'll like look. Oh, who's that?
Then while no one
Yeah.
is walking
You don't
by,
need to make a check.
I will grab the mail, see who we've been talking to.
Okay. You get 3 letters. There's one that looks like it's just like a town like announcement board, like kind of like a newspaper, which is just like, oh, so and so had their baby. We're meeting here for a celebration. Come join us. The other 2 are not like they're written in a language. What languages do you know?
I know Common and Elvish.
Okay, so
Okay.
And I have the Thieves' Cant ability if it's in some kind of code.
okay.
I speak Gnomish and Dwarven as well.
I mean, I'm not with them, but I have Orin in common. But he said Orin, he couldn't find Orin, so.
Orin is the language of
Still not the language.
winged creatures.
Oh, okay. So, yeah. Common Orin.
So can I read them?
No. You are unable to read them. They're in a language you do not understand.
Yeah. Hand them over here.
Sure, I'll pass these letters around.
I've forgotten more languages than many people learn in their life. I just gotta make sure I don't have any components for this, but I'm going to cast Comprehend Languages and sort of just revert my mind back to a time when I was more fluent in other languages.
Click, 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 click.
I like how you do your spells.
Me too.
A pinch of soot and a pinch of salt. So, I have my component pouch where I have most of my non-consumable things. So I will take the letter and sprinkle some soot and salt on it as the words become legible to me.
As it comes legible to you, you see that the first one is like a wanting you to. It's wanting her, not you, but it's wanting.
What language is it written in?
You would know what language it's written in,
I think so.
or can you just read it?
That's a good question. That might be sort of a
Important thing.
covering languages.
While they're doing this,
You also understand any written language you see, but you must be touching the surface of which the words are written. It takes about 1 minute to read a page of text. It doesn't decode secret messages in a glyph or arcane sigil that isn't part of a written language.
So you wouldn't know the language; you'd just be able to read it.
Okay.
Go with that.
I'm gonna go look behind the house.
So it's like Braille almost. Like I
Yeah,
I don't actually like see it. I just
Yeah.
To see if there's a back door.
You do find a back door. I'll be right with you.
Yeah, listen.
You can definitely tell that whatever it is, whatever language it is written, it's like harsher in like tone. Like bring. It's all like kind of nonsensey kind of stuff. Like bring this here. Meet under fallen tree. Before X days, whatever it is. It's not necessarily important, but it's all like just kind of nonsense to you.
Are there dates on any of them?
No, not like dates on the calendar. which you would go by.
Sure.
It's all like a moon's go, three river passes,
Right.
things like that. It's really odd.
Mm-hmm.
And
This text is strange.
No people or places.
not like we'll meet on the road from Estrape to King's Reach at this so and so. No, nothing like that.
Sounds like someone didn't want other people to know what they're doing.
My guess would be that perhaps it was written by someone who did not possess a great deal of intelligence. Or something. However, that's just a guess. I'm going to keep this.
That one's not written to you.
I want to do a perception of the
Oh,
door.
well,
see if I
in
can
that
see any
case.
traps.
Sure.
24.
You do not appear to any traps, and in fact, when you go, it is slightly cracked open.
Oh. Stealthily. I don't know how loud the door is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try to stealthily push
Okay.
it open. 4. 15.
Okay. The rest of you can make a perception check.
18 or 18.
14.
That's not gonna be good enough.
What'd you get?
7.
You hear like a faint creak, like a,
From around the house.
yeah, from behind the house.
Who's standing around me? If I'm standing at the front door wall,
I'm still staring at the window.
Like,
Okay. Well, he was
just watching
I'll
out on
join
the
you guys.
street.
We're at the
Join you guys.
mailbox.
Yeah, it's just these four are the four of you, except Nick, are at the front of the house doing your business.
Guys, I think someone. Oh wait, no. I
No,
don't
that was
hear
me. Someone's making too much noise at the back of the house.
Just walk around.
If I don't see anyone, initially I'm going to start sneaking through the house.
Okay, yeah, it opens, with that just small creak, it opens without any other resistance or noise, and you definitely see that things are littered around. There's clothes like scattered about her. There's no like belongings of value. It looks like it's kind of like picked clean, and the rest of your party comes in behind you.
When they come in, because I'm not knowing they would come in.
Yeah.
I would try to hide somewhere in the house.
Okay.
For 14 this time.
I'll wait out front because I want to walk around the house.
Yeah,
That's
you
not
hide,
good for me.
as well as you can, and seeing your fellows come in, you're like, oh, however you would do
I
it.
stay at the front of the house kind of to keep watch.
Yeah.
You two are both staying at the front of the house?
Yep.
Okay.
You can
So
open
me
it
and
up
him
for
walk in.
Is there such a thing in this as like taking 10, taking 20?
Yeah. If you want to take a 10, you just need to take a 10. That's fine. You can tell if you guys after spending any amount of time here, it looks like someone other than Ethris was. rummaging
I would
through
just
the
want to
house.
take. If we're not under any sort of duress or time crunch, I would just want to take a 10 on my investigation check and check in all the rooms, see if there's any telltale signs of struggle or if anything was perhaps left behind as like a clue to where her whereabouts would be, anything like that.
Sure. You see, like a lot of, like her desk was like broken into. It looks like someone took some sort of object and just like wedged it. You see like splintered wood on the ground and things like that.
Do I see any more letters written in this strange tongue going through the papers on her desk or in them?
No, nothing in this weird language that you see.
What would you guys be doing out front? Because we're going to be in here for a considerable amount of time.
Yeah, if they're taking that much
I'm just
time.
out there playing with flames.
I wouldn't be standing too close to them. I just want to be up because I know that I'm not good at searching for things. I see what's in front of me, so I'm just gonna stand outside and
I would, while he's doing
maybe
that, I
wait
would
for
do
some of those
perception.
fake guards to come by.
Yeah.
Looking for more material-like things. Less
Okay.
of what happened to the house, more of what's in the house. For 15.
Okay.
Yeah, 15.
Of like other than mundane items, Is that kind of like what you're asking for? It looks like this house was pretty much picked clean. Like anything of value looks like someone came in, and whether it's Ethris or someone else.
I think we know who came in here.
And while you guys are spending your considerable amount of time in old man in like a
Jamie's
jacket.
watching us, I think.
Cool. He is.
He just
Gina?
Jamie.
James
Oh, Jamie.
just texted us, I see you.
He told me to smash the mailbox.
You see like a man in like a jacket with like a cloak. He's wearing like kind of like a coon's hat, and he comes up to you and
Davy Crockett.
he kind of looks like Davy Crockett. What are you doing in Ethris's place?
Not in Ethris's place.
You're not from around here, are you? Come on,
Come on, where?
scatter. Don't need loiterers around here.
I'm just resting.
In right down this way.
Yeah, I was walking around. I got tired right here.
Thing's a little busy. Big mustache.
He's in the What?
I'll leave. I'm not causing trouble. I'll leave shortly. Just let me rest my legs.
He like looks down, like they look pretty strong to me.
Yeah, but they're short.
Look at that strong.
Sir, I assure you I'm not causing any harm, so if you'd like, you could just move on and I'll leave when I'm ready.
He like looks at you and just says, "Well, how about some coin? I see you got some axes there."
Yeah, but not enough to part with. How much coin?
Oh, I don't want your axes. I run the lumber camp up the road. Could use your axe swinging talents.
You can do what you love.
Need them burned up?
It'll help with the fires.
I could maybe swing by tomorrow.
Ah, that's an axe.
It is! He got it!
So we're catching axes now too, huh?
Oh.
Puns. All right, don't be like, don't tarry. Just right up on the ridge there. See you in the morning.
Say, what do you do with the wood?
So that's what
What's being
Sell
done with
it?
the wood? Okay.
He was born with an affliction. Never mind. That's what the cloak is for. I'll see you tomorrow.
Oh, it's the same thing. You just
Yeah, it's the same thing.
No, well, I expect you there in the morning. What's your name?
My name is Rodnick.
I won't remember that. I'll see you tomorrow.
That's alright. I'll see you, Ferret.
Ferret?
A coon had a ferret was the first small furry animal I could think of.
I have a
Yeah.
weasel familiar. That's sort of
Don't
like,
show
that's
him
sort
because
of
he'll
like
wear
a
it.
bear. His name is Toes.
Thanks for telling about your past, Cornelius. Much needed.
Wanna
Did you,
know how
did you
I
get
got
this
it?
one?
I assume we're done in the house and want to rejoin the other two.
Yeah, if I feel that my 17 investigation has shown me everything I need to see about this house, I will leave.
Yeah, I mean, there's really nothing of too much importance here, other than the fact that someone's been here, and it doesn't appear to be Ethris.
Something a bit unconventional, I may suggest. Perhaps we return to the blockade and ask them where Ethris is.
I
Look at you, Cornelius, being bold. I'm so proud
before
of
we
you.
leave the house,
You will ask them where
out of
Ethris
boredom,
is.
I am gonna hang out like in a room facing the exit door because I'm gonna try and scare Cornelius. So I got a 22 for my stealth.
Let's see if I see you. No.
So as you're leaving, I jump out and caw at you.
I would
Fireball.
thrust Crux toward you, thinking that I was being attacked by a crow. No! Crux would just fly off.
Gotcha. And then I would just walk up in front of you.
Percentage chance if you get a heart attack. 21.
That's not a very high percent.
Alright, so we're all going back to the inn, or are we in front of the building, or what?
I mean, you guys spent a lot of time in there. What time of the day would it?
Hey, he's gotta work tomorrow, guys.
It's getting pretty late.
I gotta wake up early.
No drinking for him tonight.
Alright.
Ah.
Did we overhear their talk from...
No, you guys would be busy with your.
You probably intent on searching.
Also, perhaps we should approach the blockade in the night. They would not be expecting it. Perhaps they would be less guarded, less armed.
Okay, so it was quiet.
I'm not loud.
Perhaps we should
If it's
come to
night,
some
I'll
other
see.
conclusions before jumping straight to violence.
Cornelius.
I agree.
And I know that's
agree.
strange coming from you, the rogue.
I agree that we should not approach, attack. I simply wish to offer an exchange of words.
Dwarf, what do you mean? Go ahead.
You can say in
Change the
shadows,
audio's acting up
for
again.
if words fail.
Hmm?
So you said the audio's acting up again.
No. Why? Stop it.
I don't know
Does
if
this
there's
happen?
really much that we can do.
Right.
Does this happen
No,
much
it's just-
when you post it?
What?
Is
You
it just
edit.
or does this happen because is this the first thing?
I don't know. I don't know why. I'm looking at the levels. Before it was really high, but now I have it pretty much down as low as it'll go. Weird.
Okay.
Anyways, I propose we all become lumberjacks. I've been working 5 days, traveling, no money. I'll make some money.
Wait,
Hold on. I don't really mind if you want to go a more civil method. However, no matter which method we use, could you take a look ahead with Crux?
Certainly.
Just to know what we're getting into. A bird flying by should surely not scare them.
Well,
Or bring them to arms, at least.
I agree. Crux. Send her off and meditate, viewing through her eyes.
Sure. You guys are probably by the inn.
Yeah.
So,
I doubt that we would have stood outside of her house. So we
Yeah.
just ran.
as soon as she gets up in the air, you concentrate. You see two of those figures coming in from the road, and it looks like they're holding something. And
In the same entrance that we did.
yeah. Yep.
I would say that. I would say two figures holding something, entrance to town.
And the rest of you can hear kind of this bell, this clanging bell. And as they get closer, the bell gets louder, and you start hearing them yell, "Oh man, word! Curfew! Curfew!"
I'm young,
the
I'm a
word.
child.
I've not had a curfew in hundreds of years.
Not thousands, but hundreds.
seemed like bedtime.
Definitely not thousands.
Already.
I'm going to assume there's no people around us.
Any people who they obviously have a wide berth around you, but people seeing them come, hearing the thing, you can tell there's.
I'm gonna try to slink close to somebody real quick enough to try to ask them if this is normal, if this is how this city.
They'll be like, oh. And so your question is, that's normal?
Is this normal? You got a curfew? That's your law?
Lately.
Walk over. This land has a curfew to the inn.
Sounds reasonable.
And then
I stayed up late last night.
And you see the. Are you still concentrating, or do you
Yeah.
concentrate? Okay. You see that the captain is no longer at that barricade, or the boss, whatever you want to
Is
call
there
him.
anybody there?
Yeah, there's definitely 3 guys like out in the open that your bird would just flying over see. If you want to like circle a couple times, there's a few more than that.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, she would fly out, like up the road a little bit, and then turn around and return.
Yeah, just
I
kind
would
of like
break concentration when she was flying back.
yeah.
Still well guarded. Captain is gone. Captain may be ringing the bell.
He like walks
Captain's right
right
here.
past you, and it's 2 like just nobodies, just like thug looking dudes.
Oh.
They're like bedtime curfew. Ring it.
I'm not feeling tired quite yet.
Like they kind of like stop ringing the bell. What was that, old timer?
Hello, my name is Cornelius Lonvarrington Staranius Ravinicus McTridgel. And you are?
They're like look at each other, just kind of like, what's your name?
Cornelius Lonvarrington Staranius Ravinicus McTridgel.
Listen, Tridgel. Curfew. Don't care where you stay. Get out of the road.
Why? I've nowhere to stay. I've no money. Cannot stay at the inn.
That's not my problem.
So where do you insist an old man stays?
Out of the street.
What happens in the street?
He like he like lowers a spear and says, "Do you really need me to show you what happens at night in the street?"
I've done nothing. I'm simply inquiring. I've only been here a few hours.
Maybe your friends can put you up.
Put you up a tree.
Whoa! I'm not fighting you,
Chop
man.
that tree down.
None of us have.
Going to.
None of us have been here before. No one has a home. We're not looking for trouble. Just simply inquiring.
Town's got a curfew. Don't know what to tell you. I get paid to ring this bell, tell people to go to sleep.
Oh, good. So you have coin to put us up in the inn then.
Pulls out
Come on,
purse.
deep pockets.
Throws like a copper at each of your feet.
Get the fuck out of my hair.
What am I supposed to do with this?
I don't know. That's what I get paid. Just
Oh,
get out of the street.
Alright. Seems reasonable to me.
I'll take that copper.
I'm not gonna deny coins.
Did anybody leave their copper in the street?
You
Did
shot
I?
him for it?
I'm gone already.
I would just kind of
Yeah.
pick it up.
I have 15 gold because criminal comes with 15 gold.
Mhm.
I have 5 gold and a ruby worth 10 gold.
Wow.
If you would go into the innkeep would see you, and she would like deny your money, and she'd like kind of like wink over at you and be like, "I got a room for you, you lot."
Well, thank you.
I made 1 copper tonight.
What race was she again? A human?
Hmm?
What race was she again? A human?
Yeah, just a middle-aged human.
I pulled Nick off to the side and say, hey, you should get me a uniform of the guards. I have an idea. I'm pulling you off to the side.
Where's the uniform?
I need you to sneak and get me one. I can make myself look like one of the guards, but I won't get messed up because I don't have one of their weapons. I need a disguise. Seems to be your strong suit.
We'll try.
Alright. Tonight?
We'll see.
Does
Oh,
the
wait.
barmaid have a name so I can stop just calling her woman?
Chucky.
I think we have a sort of a relationship
The
now.
pause is because I'm listening to the background noises. Whenever I pause to talk to you guys, because I'm listening to the background noises so I can try to piece together a conversation.
That's fun.
Okay. Yeah, she's Miss Millard. She would introduce herself.
Miss
Millard.
Millard.
Wedge.
I mean, she would reply to that.
Yeah, I know.
I will not treat her as such.
She shows you to the. Sorry about the curfew. It didn't used to be like this. Again, it can't. Looking around, can't really talk about it, but she's like inferring to you.
Excuse me. What happens if you do talk about it?
Like she'll like look, like sharply.
I pull her close to
Yeah.
talk to her.
And she'll like just like in your big strong arms, she'll just kind of melt a little bit. Save me.
I mean, she'll melt down. I got her here. She's like crouched.
She's just like they don't really respond well to people talking about it. They're not good.
Just without saying anything, are they involved with the disappearance of Ethris?
Ethris is gone. And she'll like look surprised. Like her face will just change to like worry.
Yes, I thought that you knew and sent us to her vacant home and all.
I thought she was just out in her doing her thing. You say she's gone? She's missing?
Yes, quite gone.
Like she'll like start chattering like worriedly and like asking you all these questions, essentially asking like, what do you know about it?
Yeah, I would answer in the best way that I could. Tell her what the state of her home was. Show her the strange letter.
Mm-hmm.
Any information or leads that you could provide us with may be saving a woman's life.
If I will keep my ears open and I will ask everyone I see.
You are the barkeep. You are the best source of information in any town.
Oh, thanks.
I agree.
Away from you.
She's mine.
I'm not interested. I have better things to do.
Whenever she goes back to bartending, I'm going to go up and pull my dice out.
Mm-hmm.
And just
Shaking the
whenever
dice.
it's like game dead or whatever, it's like
Yeah.
I'm like the only person up there and start playing dice with her.
Okay. Just you want to grab 3d10?
Oh, sure. It's not.
It's not what? You're trying to get drinks, right?
No, I'm just trying to make it look like I'm hanging out with her. Not showing her.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not
You're
trying to.
He's not actually hanging out with her. He's just making it look like he is.
But
Yeah.
Well, she's gonna make you play one round of dice then.
that's fine.
And she's
There's
just
no
like
D10s
waiting
in the
impatiently with her dice.
Nick is-
I thought she wanted to
Oh,
play.
no, he's good.
No details on that in my bag.
Nick
Bullshit.
has super dice loyalty, so
Oh,
Do you have metal dice?
yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah, they're really sweet.
All right.
I love him.
5, 4, 3.
She rolled an 8, 4, 4.
Yeah. She beats me.
So she beats you. She takes a little bit of extra money from you, but she doesn't really like take it because you're kind of being comped.
While she goes to fakely take my gold, I throw in a small parchment with a sleight of hand.
Okay.
For 24.
Okay, what's the parchment say?
It's a contract, and it says, I know somebody that can take care of your problems. Pay me per body, if you so choose. And then it's got their name and payment promise.
What's the name and payment promise? Oh, so they would.
They would sign their name.
So how much per body is it? The
It doesn't
cost?
say it would be something they'd have to offer.
Oh,
I can't.
she would look really confused at like the contract being of like a small town and like not really understanding, and she would just be like, "But what do you want me to do with this?"
We'll look around look over like I don't know what the paper is.
Oh, okay. She'll be like, oh, consider it. She'll put it in her belt. Obviously, she'll find you because you're not too hard to find when you're not sneaking around.
Yeah. I'm making. If anybody was watching in that moment, I'm making complete efforts. I'm not going to go for that.
Yeah.
And then I go back to hang out with these dudes.
With these dudes. So, what's the plan? Are you going to try to sneak out at night, or are you going to just let it go and wait till morning to go cut some wood?
Well, I'm definitely gonna go cut wood, but if they're gonna go talk,
I mean, I only nudged Nick and asked him to go out with me.
I'm not interested in meeting the end of a spear for just simply being on the road at night. I may retire.
We should retire tonight, for we haven't gained enough information yet to make a move.
I'm just
Also,
I'm gonna look at you and say not tonight.
Okay. Lumberjacking it is.
Also, I would like to take a step back and inquire about what's this about, getting up in the early and lumberjacking.
I didn't include you. You don't have to worry.
Thankfully.
Did something happen while we were inside the house?
Seems like hard
I
work.
was approached by an opportunity to make some coin. So, unless you want to swing an axe at a thick tree for a few hours, I think I'll just take care of it.
Pass, but
I'm gonna make this place my home.
are you still at Ethris Estate when you were given this opportunity?
Yeah, still outside.
So someone else walked up to the estate while you were there. Did they say anything about their business there?
He was wearing a dead raccoon on his head.
Was it a raccoon cap or just a dead animal balancing on his head?
I'd imagine it was made
Yes.
into a cap.
Just a gutted raccoon. Just flopped it.
Gutted, ripped open, and
Oh, good hat.
Recent crash, too.
Well, it's
he
nice.
saw my axes and he needed lumber cut. So while you guys were doing your thing,
That all sounds honest, but perhaps instead of focusing on fashion, you will inquire as to why he was at the estate yesterday and how he may know Ethris.
I'm sure everyone in this town knows each other. And he didn't seem like he was trying to get in. He wanted me away from the building, but I stayed as to not separate from you.
Very well, but if it comes across your mind,
I didn't feel he had any malicious intent.
very well. Enjoy wood cutting in the morning.
I will.
8 a.m. So we're going to bed.
Yeah, the evening passes without any event. You are not roused from your sleep. The crow sounds in the morning, and you hear, people start leaving their homes. Sounds to you as if a curfew has been lifted, and it is about time to head to the lumberjack camp, which is just on the north side of town there. But I think this is a good spot to pick up for next week. So next week we're going to see what these 5 do. We are Dudes of Divination. They got into a scrape. They got told to go to bed. And
Yeah,
they
if that happens
searched
again.
a missing girl's house.
Santa's diving.
Join us next time to see what happens. We're Dudes of Divination again. We'll see you at the table.